What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TNC Reacts. No, it's new. I haven't done an intro in a while, but I want to ask y'all a question. Have you ever had conversations with people talking about passport bros and how that trajectory of conversations are going? Well, I've been seeing a lot on the internet where people have been talking about from the female perspective. Well, we're going to go and find us some men just like the passport bros are doing. But I always want them to understand, or I always wondered if they understood the idea of culture and how that actually works. So I want y'all to check this video out on how this one particular culture, a Lebanese man, speaks about how he thinks about his wife. So let's go ahead and get into it, alright?
هي بتفهم عليك؟
مرتي على الطوير بس بعد شو؟
بعد شو؟
بعد يعني سنتين ونص قتل
سنتين ونص شو؟
كلهم بقيت انا كنت مرتي. انا ربيتها تربيه عندي تاني، تربيه اهلها شيء وتربيتي انا شيء تاني.
انت عم تربي مين؟ عم بتربي مين؟ عم تربي بنتك؟
لا انا ساعه تجوزت قلت لها مرتي عند اهلك شيء وعندي شيء تاني.
شو يعني زواج؟
Now I want to go back a little bit because I want you to understand something. He said he'd been whooping on her for 2.5 years. 2.5 years he'd been whooping on her, and he said to restart her upbringing. Look at here, this is all subtitle. He said, when I married her, I told her that her situation was different from how it was at her parents. So he, as quote unquote the husband, under provision and all of that stuff, for us in American life is totally different from how this man is speaking about it in his aspect.
يعني شو يعني زواج؟ اللي بشيك سألتك أول سؤال شو يعني زواج؟
الزواج يعني عباره انه على الواحد ياسس عائله.
شو يعني؟
شاروكي شيء.
شريكته تكون.
انا ما بعد مرتي شريكتي.
شو بتعتبرها؟
خلص بس مرتي.
ما فهمت، أنت شير الغرض؟
في سنه جواز، في مقدم، في مؤخر، هي صورة ملكي بس.
Yo, so peep game. He says she's not a partner. And when you look at Americanized women, they always say, oh, I want a partnership, I want a partnership. Marriage is not a partnership. I don't care what anyone says. You have a head. If you believe in any aspect of religion, they tell you the man is the head of the household, then it's the wife, and then it's the children. He's going to guide you. But it's only under the premise that he guides you, loves you, provides and protects, and treats you respectfully. Abuse is not one of those things. But he said, yes, there's a marriage bond. 2 payments before and after. She's become mine. So he's talking about actual ownership versus a marriage. Yes, it's a marriage, but in his mind, he owns her. See what I'm saying?
بس لإلي انا.
ملكك؟
ايه ملكي لإلي انا بس. انا مرتي اذا بتقلي بدي حكي جاره.
Yes, if my wife talked to her neighbor, I'd cut her into 100 pieces. Wow.
هسه 100 شقفه.
أيمتى آخر مرة ضربتها؟
امبارح.
Yesterday.
شو السبب لضربته امبارح؟
قلت لي بدي احط مكياج، ما احط مكياج. قلت لها انا لا. قلت لها امبارح بدي احط مكياج. قلت لها انا لا. قلت لها انا جاي بس ضايع عند امي وجاي، بس قلت لك لاها. وجيت لقيتها حاطه كحله وهيك. ثالثه. دغري ثالثه خليتها تشيلهم. انه انا ما قلت لك لا، انه شو عم تعمل كيف فيني انت، يعني ما قلت لك انا لا، يعني لا تعال حديث. المرأة عقلها صغير كثير كثير. انا عقلها مثل عقل جيجي.
Whoa. So he beat her yesterday because she wanted to put on makeup. He didn't want her to put on makeup. She insisted. He said, you better not put on makeup. He came back, she had on eyeliner. So he said, I beat her to death instantly. Then he says, the woman has a very tiny mind like that of a chicken. So he views his wife having the mind of a chicken. You understand? And this is where women have to understand, oh, you want to go to other places and marry men and stuff like that. Not all of these areas are going to give you the same respect as they do said men when they go to those areas and they have a woman who's submissive, because the men over here are not going to, beat on their women and stuff like that. They're not going to do those same things. So to see this man who's in that position abuses that power, he beats on her for these type of things, and then he looks lowly on her, where when you talk about passport bros, they're going over there looking for a wife who's submissive, understanding, and they're not abusing their power. So that's where a real big difference comes in.
إذا المرأة هيك عم توصف لها عقل، الرجل كيف توصف له عقله أنت؟
الرجل بيفكر غير المرأة. الزلمه يفكر غير المرأة كليا. واذا المرأة اكلت قتل يعني.
شو ما بعرفني.
واذا شو بده يصير؟
شو بتصير؟ عم بسألك
في نسوان تستحق القتل بالصرومه
وين
يعني
مثلا اذا انت قلت لها مثلا لمرتك ما تروحي لهون وجيت لقيت مرتك روحت انه بتدلق ساكت يعني
ليش بدي اقول لها ما تروحي لهون؟
ممنوع.
شو مفهومك الحياه الزوجيه بين الرجل والمراه؟
شغلتها مثلا تطبخ تشطف تمسح تغسل
ببيتها.
Okay, so the wife's job is to rinse, cook, wipe, wash, to clean her home. Well, really, it's both adults to do it. But obviously, I guess he's the one that's working, so this is what he's expecting. And I think what women think about men in America is this version, when we can say for a surety, all men do not think this way. Yes, they want the house clean and stuff like that, but let's dig deeper.
ان هي مثلا تكون بيتها نظيف.
شو بيتوقع عثمان لما يوصل على البيت؟
انا بتوقع انه مثلا اجي لي مرتي عامله البيت، اهم شيء يكون البيت نظيف، مخلصه شغل البيت، محضرت لي عشاء، مجهزت لي الحمام تبعي.
Prepared my bath. What do you mean?
يعني مجهزت لي تيبي، مجهزت لي المنشفه، البوكسر، القميص.
Prepared my clothes, the towel, boxers, the t-shirt, everything. So this is where when you hear modernized women say, oh, he wants me to take care of him like a child, or he wants me to be a slave, or whatever the case may be. This man is beating his woman for makeup, but he says, I expect clean, home, clothes washed, my bath made. Now, this used to happen back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, even probably before that, because a man work a 16-hour day. He comes home, she would actually take his shoes off. Trust me, I've heard these stories. And I thought it was really cool because this man's feet are swollen. He's tired from working all day. She'd take the shoes off, have the bath water ready. He'd go in and soak, wash his body, and he'd get out, spend time with her, the kids, everybody eat, show everybody love, and then everybody go to bed. Bada bing, bada boom. But this is a little different.
كله بكون جهزته هي. انا مثلا بفوت على بيتي.
When I'm home, my wife asks,
لحولي مرتي
help me
بتصلح لي
take my
الصباط،
shoes off, shirts,
بتصلح لي
and
الكالسيون، بتصلح لي
pants.
البنطلون.
Wow.
بفوت
ليش
انا.
بتشلحك يعني مثلا انت ما فيك
Are you unable to
تشلحهم؟
do
المرأة شو
shit
شغلتها بالبيت
yourself?
يعني؟
What else is her
الواجب
job?
المرأة انه تحمم الزلمه واذا
اذا هي ما بدها
بصير انا
Help
بدي
me
اضربها.
take a
ما عندك
shower.
رغبه لا تجوزتي من الاساس.
ما عندها.
Her job is to have him help him take a shower, and if she doesn't, he'll beat her up. If she doesn't want to, why does she get married? What if she doesn't want to today?
لا تجوزتي.
قلت لي كل نهار قاعده بالبيت، المره
Every day
تعبت
she
عم
working
بتربي
on
الولاد،
taking care
تعبت
of
وصلت
the
الساعه
kids.
9
She
بالليل،
might be
منا
tired
قادره
by
بقى
night.
كمان تحمل ولد ثاني تقعد تحممه.
She has to take care of
خلص
the
خليها
kids.
عند اهلها، هي بحالها وانا بحولي. مثل
ترجع
ما انت تجوزت هيدي بتتجوز الثانيه.
وعلى شو عم بتراهن لك؟ يعني عم تقول عم بتراهن المراه مستحيل تقول لك بدي اطلق.
انا مثلا مطلق مرتي 3 مرات.
And now he
وثلاث
divorced
مرات
her
انه
around 3 times.
خلص فهمت
Now
عقلي
she
هي.
gets me. Whoa, this is wild. Now I know I pause it a lot, but I wanted people to understand that there is a clear distinction in between how Eastern people think, depending on what country they are, and how Western people think. Men do not think the same way as the old days, and the reason being is because, you know, if we've been raised in a single family household, we've learned to be self-sufficient, both men and women. Now, there are moments where you show honor to your husband and you can do nice things for him, which men do appreciate. So there's a difference in what men are wanting on this side, because really most men, if you really listen to them talk, they really just want a home cooked meal, and they would like the house clean if a woman is at home all the time. But this guy, he's on a whole nother level. She got to help me bathe. I don't even, you better leave me alone. Leave me alone. When I am washing my body, I want to play some music or play something I'm listening to and just jam out and do my thing. I don't want you bothering me. Why you gotta bother me? I'm busy. But to say all of these things that she needs to do is overkill. But maybe that might be how he understood growing up. But he's like, she can just stay over there, because a lot of people don't understand, when you get married overseas, getting divorced is a no-go, because if a woman gets divorced, she has no options to ever get married again. You see what I'm saying? Like, nothing ever exists again, and she's just out there on the wayside. I've watched documentaries with people over in the Middle East areas where, you know, women have gone to jail because they've been divorced, so on and so forth. It's pretty wild. Y'all should check it out, just so you can understand the different dynamics and actually appreciate what men are asking for here versus what you see over there. I'm just saying. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section about that video. I know it was subtitled. I tried to give you as much input as I could. But let me know what y'all think, and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.